Hello BookTube, my name is Darcy, I'm 21 and I'm from Melbourne, and this is my March wrap-up, all the books that I read in the month of March, and also my April TBR. And I've popped them together because I didn't really read a lot in March. And I haven't been majorly busy, I haven't had a lot going on. I just don't think I was like in the correct mind space or whatever. Anyway, so the first book I read was Blue Lily Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater, which is the third book in the Raven cycle. I don't know where I've put it, it's somewhere in my room and I can't be bothered finding it. But pretty much I really loved this book. I really love this book. The friendship that is developing between Ronan and Blue is lovely. Every single scene with Ronan in it I just find incredible. And I wasn't the biggest Gainsey fan. Is that how you say his name? Gainsey? Gansey? I don't know, I'm just going to call him G for this. So I wasn't the biggest G fan, but then throughout the series he's just really become far more interesting than I initially thought he was. And Blue is as hilarious and sassy and strong as ever, and she's incredible. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the best thing about this series is the characters, and that you just feel like they're friends, you know what I mean? You just feel like they're just written in such a really interesting way, and they're really great. And they're just all completely individual, completely unique, and I love them all very much. And I'm very excited for the final book to be coming out later this month. The next book I read was Merciless Cards by Christos Tsoutsolis. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's brilliant. He's an Australian author, and this book is actually a collection of short stories. I wouldn't recommend this to everyone only because it is quite blunt, provocative, and can be quite confronting. Like, I think if I had read this when I was 17, I would have hated it, but I really enjoyed it. Oh my goodness. I find his language so refreshing to read. I think just because a book is blunt doesn't mean that it's less poetic. And it's just great. I would really recommend it if you want something that packs a bit more punch than previous books that you've been reading. And the third and final book I read in the month of March was the first book of Rise of Empire, Volume 2 of the Rhaenyra Revelations, it's so hard to say, by Michael J. Sullivan. I wasn't going to include this because I felt I was cheating a little bit because, this is one book, but it's kind of a bind-up of two, so I feel like I can say that I've read it. And I'm already a bit through the second book in this binder, and it's just brilliant. It's really good. I thought I loved the characters a lot, and then this book happened, and I love them even more. Arista is everything I need. It's really great. So I really appreciate how it is easy to read, which isn't to say that it's simple, because it's not simple, it's just not intricate all the time, which is really refreshing. Moving on. Obviously the first book I want to finish in April is the second part of Rise of Empire. The second book I want to read is Every Breath by Ellie Marnie. I've heard really wonderful things about it. It's a young adult book written by an Australian author, which is incredible. I don't really know a lot about it, except that it's the first in a series, and I think it's a thriller, maybe? I don't know, but I'm excited. The second book I want to read is The Cuckoos Calling by Robert Galbraith, aka J.K. Rowling. I don't know why I haven't read this yet. I feel very disloyal in the fact that I haven't read it. And I mean, I say I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, but am I? Am I? So I believe this is a adult crime fiction, which I'm really excited to read about because I really love Gone Girl, and that was the first kind of adult crime book I'd ever read, and I really enjoyed that, so I'm hoping to really enjoy this as well. Plus it's Joe, so I probably will. The next book I want to read is Tender is the Night by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I really love Great Gatsby, as everyone does, but I also really love F. Scott's short stories, like Benjamin Button, all those really cool ones. So I'm really looking forward to this. I hope it's lovely. I hope it gets me out of the classic lull I was brought into after reading Hemingway. Then I want to read Yes Please by Amy Poehler. Everyone talks about it. I should read it. I understand. I know I will love it. I know I will love it. Then I would like to read Everything is Illuminated by Jonathan Safran Foer. I actually got this book as a birthday present for my 21st birthday last year, and I still haven't read it, and I've heard really great things about this author as well. I know that Max from Well Done Books really likes, I think his favourite book is by this author. I don't think it's this one, but it's by the author. So I'm really looking forward to this as well. I know nothing about it. I'm just going to go in completely blind, which is exciting. And then finally, I want to read Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson, which is the third book in the Mistborn trilogy. I don't know why I haven't read it yet, because I adored Mistborn, Final Empire. I adored Well of Ascension. It doesn't make sense for me of not to read this book. And there's not one part of me that thinks this will be rubbish. I know it will be wonderful, and Yep, can't wait to read it. So I'm going to Thailand on Monday, which is wonderful and exciting. I go with my family. Well, they're already there, and then I'm going there to catch up with them. And I've been to Thailand, I think about four times. I think this is my 5th time going. And generally when I go overseas, I actually sleep less. Like I sleep a lot in Australia. So when I go to Thailand, I'll have more time, which means more time to read. Like I'll be lying on the beach anyway. Don't tell me that I'm wasting my time because I'll just be, you know, basking in the sun anyway. Oh, also, if you're wondering what this is, I decided to make a fort in my room because I don't appreciate being told how to be an adult. If you've read any of these books, please let me know your thoughts down below. I hope you have a wonderful month. I hope you've been doing really well, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!